back. I'm Scott Aromatico. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite designer fragrances for fall. In the past, I've already done a few of these videos. I think sometime in August, I did a video pretty early of fragrances I was looking forward to wearing in the fall. And then I think I've also done like a cheapie list and maybe a couple other ones. But in this video, I just wanted to solely concentrate on designer fragrances that I love wearing in the fall. And I wanted to challenge myself because I tend to stick to the same ones because they're really not because they're popular or because I think people will like it. They're really just the ones that I like. But in this video, I wanted to change it up and not use the same ones that I talk about all the time. I don't know if anybody else talks about these fragrances I'm gonna pick, but it doesn't matter to me because I don't watch a lot of other reviewers' videos. I just kind of do my own thing. So I wanted to pick out ones that I haven't been wearing a lot, dust them off. And so here are my 10 choices, and they're in no particular order. First off is a fragrance that kind of has a nice vibe for me, okay? Because one of the things I like to do in the fall, I don't know about you guys, is there's a lot of fairs, there's a lot of festivals. And a lot of the fairs or festivals are surrounded around apple orchards. Apple orchards do so much business this time of year because they kind of represent harvest time, they represent fall, and people love apples. They love candy apples, caramel apples. Apples are used in pies, like, for Thanksgiving, all kinds of desserts around this time of year. And so my family loves to go to a lot of those festivals and those fairs. We love to go to the apple orchard and get hot apple cider or apple donuts and just have a fun time apple picking. So you already know, if you haven't guessed it from that long speech, the first fragrance I'm going to talk about here is Boss Bottled Intense, because this fragrance reminds me of that time I just talked about. This one is so good, y'all. It's gorgeous. It really does smell like an apple pie. It smells so good that your mind plays tricks on you. You can almost taste this one. You immediately get that crispy, juicy apple. You get the cinnamon, you get the clove. Maybe there's some nutmeg in here. I can't remember for sure, but there's some vanilla in here, and it just smells so fantastic, y'all. This one is really, really good. It's really very linear, doesn't do a lot of changing. As soon as you spray it, it's very gourmandish and just smells spectacular. So for that reason, I had to include it in this video because it just smells like a warm apple pie dessert, or it smells like apple picking. And I can tell you, every time we do go to the apple orchard, I wear this fragrance. And I don't know why I do it, because every time I go there, I get attacked by bees because this thing smells so good, okay? So next one on the list. Here's a fragrance I don't think a lot of you are wearing. Maybe if you're in the fragrance community already, you are, but I don't think, if you're not wearing it, I don't think your friends are. And so this is a good pick for you for this fall because it smells so refined and it smells so expensive and it just smells so good. And it comes from a brand that is expensive. They're known for their expensive jewelry, guys. You've got to try this one right here by Chopard. This one is called Oud Maliki. Wow, it's so good. So first, what I love about any great fragrance, and I think you guys notice this if you've been into fragrances long enough, you're always gonna get a nice freshness right out of the gate. And this one definitely does that. So as soon as you spray it, you're getting a nice freshness coming from sweet grapefruit and then a nice freshness coming from the ambergris. But then as it starts to develop, man, this gets really, really masculine. It's got that bright opening, right? But then it goes from bright to dark, like somebody's dimming the switch, right? Because you get that oud, you get that tobacco, you get that earthiness, and you just get a nice kick in the pants from this fragrance. It just smells so earthy and woody, but the whole time in the background, you're maintaining a tad bit of brightness, from the citrus, but it just smells so refined and it smells a lot more expensive than what it is. So for that reason, I have this one on my fall list. This is a great fragrance to wear on a Saturday when you're running errands, going to football games, because you're gonna really stand out. It's so good, it's so great. You could wear this for a special occasion as well. It's a little bit on the strong side, so maybe not work safe. That's up to you. I don't know the people that surround you, but this is a great fragrance, guys. Next fragrance on the list is another jewelry fragrance company, luxury jewelry. We're talking about Cartier. I don't know if you can see it. Pasha de Cartier. I love the design of this bottle. If I'm not mistaken, I think this cap right here is to, replicate the wind-up mechanism on an expensive Swiss watch. If I got that wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But guys, this fragrance right here is another beautiful masculine beast. It's so warm and cozy. the moment you spray it, you get this nice booziness that's just gorgeous. I love the color of this juice too. I love everything about this bottle. It's very sweet and very aromatic. It's got like an old school aromatic vibe. I think that's coming from fir. And then as it starts to dry down again, you have some masculine leather that I really like. And I'm gonna be wearing this a whole lot this fall. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one's getting harder to find. I got mine in a box store for under 40 bucks. I was pleasantly surprised when I got this because it started out as a sample from Chef Cant's, one of the decant places I go to shop for fragrance decants. But this one right here, oh my goodness. This one is called CK Amber Gold Euphoria. I know that's a mouthful, but man, the moment you spray it, you get some nice aromatics. But the star of the show is the honey. The honey in this is so nice. Now, I know it's synthetic, I get that. I know it's a designer fragrance, but for the price, you're really gonna stand out this fall. You're gonna love how gourmandish this smells because of that sweet honey. It's warm, it's smoky, and again, another masculine vibe with a touch of leather in the dry down. I love this one. It is so good. I feel like I also pick up like a little bit of cinnamon, but I could be wrong about that. But it's so good, guys. I get about 6 hours on my skin. I feel like this is a great winter fragrance, great fall winter fragrance, and a great nighttime fragrance as well. So good, so casual, so fun. Fragrance right here, the quality, it's exceptional. I don't want to quite say a 10 out of 10. Maybe some of you are willing to say that, but at least a 9 out of 10. This is by Bulgari, Man in Black. If you love boozy fragrances, if you love tobacco fragrances, this is the one for you. This will make everybody's tobacco list. This will make everybody's boozy list because it just smells so good. The booziness, the tobacco, and then of course, again, more leather nuances. This fragrance is just warm, sweet, cozy, and then develops into a slight woodiness that just smells so good. Another fragrance screaming masculinity. You'll love this one. I'm not saying that to slight anybody. If you like masculine fragrances and you're a female, by all means, you know, it's just a talking point and I don't mean any harm, but this definitely is masculine leaning. Not to say any female on this planet couldn't wear it, because you could. But it just smells so masculine and so good. I love it, guys. This is one of my favorites. Bulgari, Man in Black, amazing quality, great fragrance to wear in the fall time. All right, I'm a proud papa because this is my new favorite pickup. I love this one, guys. 20 bucks. I love it when you go to the store, spend very little money, and you love your fragrance. Like, you just love it from the start to the finish. If ever there was a linear fragrance, it's this one right here, but I don't give a damn because this one was 20 bucks. It's by Banana Republic, called Tobacco and Tonka Bean. This right here is it. Guys, it is very linear. They say there's some plum and pear in the top and maybe some coconut. I get none of that. What I get is straight vanilla and a little bit of tobacco. It's warm, it's cozy, it's warm and cozy. I think there might be a little bit of amber hiding in this somewhere or something giving it some amber facets because it's a little bit warm. But man, from the start to finish, it's just a little bit of tobacco and a whole lot of vanilla. And for 20 bucks, I am so excited. I have this in my collection and I'm gonna destroy this bottle come this fall and winter. It's so good, guys. So I had to put this one on the list. All right, guys, stick with me, 4 more to go. This one right here, of course, is discontinued, so it is not meant as a tease. If you can find it, if you can pick it up, definitely worth doing it. I love, love, love this one. It's called Pure Malt. Guys, it's a little bit citrusy on the top. Then as it starts to develop, of course, you're getting that malt whiskey. There's a little bit of coffee in this one. And the coffee note mixed with that whiskey note just seems to work. And it just goes well with that malt. Of course, there's some vanilla in here, amber. I love this one. It's discontinued. Of course, the atomizer is built into the top. I love this one. And my juice level's right there because I don't wear it that much because I'm afraid to put a big dent in it. But it's so good, y'all. And if you can find a clone of this, or if you know a decent clone, let my viewers know in the comments down below. Because if they can't get this one, at least they can get a clone. And let me know because I'd like to pick up one as well. So guys, definitely, if you can get this one and you don't mind spending the money, get Pure Malt. But if there's a clone out there, definitely get that one. And which one is the best clone of Pure Malt? Because we would all like to know that. So those of you watching this video, let us know in the comments down below. All right, guys, last 3. Love this fragrance. very underrated fragrance in my opinion. It definitely does have this old school feel, but with a modern twist as well. I love this one. This is called Vintage by John Varvatos. It's just so fresh. It's so aromatic. I love the fir note in here. There's something in it that reminds me, it has some similarities of like maybe Polo Green, or maybe it reminds me of Burberry London. It's got a little bit of that vibe. But guys, all in all, this fragrance is just so good. There's lots of cinnamon in here. Like I said, it's fresh. A little bit of tobacco, not a whole lot of tobacco. And then it's just sweet, woody, leathery. Like I said, I love that sweetness. I love that cinnamon, and I love the fir vibe. It just gives it a nice old school feel, but still sweet and modern enough that a young person could wear this too. And there are some touches of leather in this fragrance. It's so good, y'all. This one right here is always called Tiramisu in a bottle because it has some chocolatey facets to it. I don't really get the tiramisu because I've had that before and it's an amazing dessert. What I get on my nose with this one, and I love this fragrance from Uomo by Salvador Ferragamo. What I get is to me, smells like you've just opened a Swiss Miss cocoa pack, like hot chocolate pack, and it just smells chocolatey and powdery, and you get a little bit of that like vanillic sweetness coming from the marshmallow. That's what this reminds me of. This reminds me of more of like a cocoa pack, very powdery, a little bit chocolatey, almost like a little bit of coffee as well in there that I pick up too. But it just smells so good. Man, I get about 6 hours on my skin. It's fun, it's playful, it really cuts through the cold weather, it projects well. It's just a nice fragrance. I love it. And for the price, you can't beat this one because I think you can usually find it for a very, very good price. All right, last but not least, guys, this one is by Givenchy. This one is called Pie. If you're looking for a good gourmandish fragrance that's sweet, vanillic, it has this nutty almond note, this one is for you. As it starts to dry down, it gets very warm, very cozy, and just very gourmandish with that nutty accord and that vanillic-like scent that it has. This one is so good, guys. I love it. It projects well. Again, it's another fun, playful, flirty fragrance that gives me about 6 hours on my skin. All right, guys, there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite designer fall fragrances. What are some of yours? I'd love to know in the comments down below. If you want to do 10, 5, just 3, whatever, let me know. You also have a good alternative to Mugler's Pure Malt. Let us know in the comments as well. And if you like this video, if you had some fun, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to be a part of my fragrance family, hit that subscribe button down below and those bell notifications off to the side. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. This is Scott Aromatico, out.